we specialize actually in working with people who are in the LGBTQ plus community, or are somehow marginalized in some way. And so I think that has positioned us to have an important perspective on what's going on right now, because as we know, um, especially with COVID, these are communities that have been hit extra hard. So right in that first month of COVID, like literally in a weekend, we transitioned from all of us in person to all of us over telehealth. And we did that not knowing what insurance was or wasn't going to provide in terms of reimbursement, but we felt like it was what we needed to do, and it turned out to be the right decision. But none of us had been trained in telehealth. It's not something that you talk about in graduate school, right? When all of us were getting our training, so there was a lot of bringing people into the research and up to speed on best practices very quickly. I think telehealth is here to stay. Insurance companies are just now starting to question that, and we're getting some kind of pushback from insurance companies saying we'll only pay for telehealth up until this time. It's short-sighted because for so many people, especially people who have access or accessibility issues, telehealth has provided an opportunity to receive mental health services when they otherwise might not have been able to. Really, the world is still in crisis. People's lives are still in crisis. And I think we think that just because the pandemic starts to look a little brighter, that the problems that it created are also getting better. And that's just not true. So the existing clinicians aren't cycling people through as quickly as more people are starting to seek services. And so we've got this imbalance. It also highlights to me, though, that it takes something this catastrophic to normalize the conversations around mental health. I'm glad we are, but I think it speaks to the underlying stigma that has been there. And one of the things that I appreciate about Kindred is that because we are decidedly progressive and say so, this is a place where people bring in, here's the racism that's happening at my work and I don't know how to handle it. Here's what's happening with my gender transition journey because COVID has ceased elective surgeries, and this part of my transition moving forward, and here's how it feels to hear people talking about you in a bathroom as being threatening. But so all of those things are happening at the same time.